and I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. For the first time with Kareem Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Complete to Kareem Hunt.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play action, now Taylor. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Jonathan Grenard showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 9.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He was taken down at the 50.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Murray from midfield. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was...
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the counter, Hunt. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3.
From the 39, Taylor.
At the 39-yard line.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Jonathan Grenard able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
3rd down.
Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Third and long, it's Taylor. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Taken from just outside the 30. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again, Murray. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Murray. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Drake will start the drive on the ground. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
That ball complete to Isabella, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 56 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed toward.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Saints nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line.
Traquan Smith.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 53 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Taylor. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he's got room. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Murray now. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 21. Saints 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, Taylor's throw incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
He certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
No pain, no gain.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run with Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 14.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Here's Taylor. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And
Taylor operating from the gun. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, Taylor. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints.
Traquan Smith. Touchdown.
Traquan Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are back within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
21. Saints 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at the 40.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. 21. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Mine's 50, mine's 50. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put him.
Now Murray off play action. He'll air this one out for Mims. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Carry here for Hunt. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Taylor now throwing on 3rd and long. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, Drake. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Taken down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter but that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing is Murray on third down. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Denzel Mims. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Cardinals 28, Saints 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Taylor. He gets it complete to Harris. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It's a gain of
so from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Latavius Murray, 20, 10, 5, and he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now he's flushed out left, and now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
New Orleans.
Latavius Murray taking it in. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
The score, Cardinals 28. Saints.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 31, check 31. Switch. Watch that agreement.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Lights 50.
Murray now to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
42-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Check 59. Mike is good.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Jonathan Grenard. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Taylor. That one is caught by Hunt. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field, and of course for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check. Easy.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Andy Isabella, 42 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score Cardinals 35, Saints 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards the pickup there.
Brings up second and
This is Hunt.
32-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
And I think the ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cardinals capitalize on the fumble as they turn it into 6. And the lead is up to 14.
Good. Makes the score Cardinals 42, Saints 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On the handoff. Cameron Jordan made the tackle. A gain of
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
9-yard line.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Shotgun now from Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Denzel Mims with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
It's the score, Cardinals 49, Saints 28. St. Gonzalez to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The tackle made.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.